Chris and Jeff, they got the scoops on the cards with the best clues. Chris follows the Braves through thick and thin. Jeff's with the Brewers, always in to win. Their love for the game shines on the screen. Collecting cards, they're a winning team. Blabbin, pow slamming. Every Thursday is the spot. Blabbin, pow slamming.
Rough ending to the game out in Los Angeles evening.
That is
Chris and Jeff have the power to change them all.
good stuff.
Blabbin, pow slamming. Every Thursday is the spot. Blabbin, pow slamming.
Yeah, that is it goes to show you a couple things, Jeff. One, these players are human beings, and that was just pure panic right there. You could see Real Muto just screaming first.
So much time.
Yeah, just full panic. But it also goes to show you the benefits of putting the ball in play.
Yeah.
You make contact, good things can happen.
Exactly right. Baseball card, Brett, I appreciate this. It's it was about a year ago at this time when I was watching the Brewers get eliminated from their postseason. No matter what happens tonight, they won't be eliminated, but they're not off to a good start.
Yeah, that was a tough first inning. Kind of I think we were all hoping that would be Matthew Boyd giving up those runs.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. So I'm not in front of the TV now. So if anybody wants to give me positive updates.
Oh, wow. Jeff, you're a trooper.
Yeah.
But that's what the love of this hobby makes us do, Jeff. We're slaves to this Thursday night time slot.
It's true. Thursday night. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Yeah.
We had an amazing SSP Thursday last week. If you guys didn't see the video that Chris put up on Instagram, a highlight reel of some of the posts we saw, please check that out because there were a lot of really cool cards there. And it's an easy way to see a lot of SSPs in, how long was it, Chris? Like 2 minutes?
About 2 minutes, a little bit less.
So check that out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I want to start tonight with something a little kind of funny. Jeff and Jake and I, because we've ripped so much 2020 Stadium Club Chrome, we are trying to just put together a master set of every base card, including all the inserts.
Yeah.
After about a give or take a dozen boxes and some blasters, we were amazingly short. It's a 400 card set, and we were missing at least, I would say, comfortably 75 to 100 cards. So a gentleman we know who has ripped case after case of this product sold me all of his base cards, like for postage, which I really appreciated. Jake and I spent last weekend kind of sorting and going through, and at the end of the day, we're missing 2 cards. One of them Jeff found on eBay for us. It is this Shohei Ohtani Emperor of the Zone insert card.
Emperors of the Zone, correct. Yeah.
Yep. Not particularly valuable, maybe a $5-6 card, but when you need it, you need it. But the funny part is how this hobby can change in a hurry. If you buy and ship cards online, a lot of people will use commons and other cards like as sort of packaging.
Filler. Yeah. Filler packaging, sometimes just a little bonus gift.
Yeah. So this card was used as packaging along with the $5 card that Jeff bought. So this is a Gavin Lux base rookie card at a 2020 Topps. And this card's been graded a lot, Jeff.
It's got to be in the top 30 graded cards of all time. Probably.
I think it absolutely is. I looked it up. So PSA has graded this Gavin Lux base 2020 Topps rookie card. Let me make sure I get just over 24,000 times with nearly 18,000 PSA 10s.
That's insane.
This went from a card you would spend money to get graded to essentially a baseball card version of packing peanuts.
That's a lot of wasted plastic. Yeah. Wisconsin kid. Hey, he's got 2 World Series titles.
It's true. Got 2 rings. Yep. Ted Williams doesn't have any.
Nope.
But yeah, so I think this is something to keep in mind all the time when we are, it's a base card. I think we all learned that lesson post 2020. I think we all walked in on a Lux. Yeah.
I mean, at minimum, they made $10 a card. And that was also when the card grading prices started to go up. So I bet there's people that paid $50 to grade a Gavin.
We got to get the fastest people that got it back, Jeff, theoretically had the best chance to make their money back. We can comfortably say that PSA people spent over $250,000 grading this Gavin Lux base card at PSA.
And now for all of them, I don't know, you'd be lucky to get $2.50.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, congratulations. Welcome baby boy number 2 days ago, handling the night shift with him watching his first Blabbin episode. Well, welcome, Ryan, and welcome baby Brody.
Well, if what my wife says is true, our show will really help your baby go to sleep for the night.
That's probably why he's watching. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Rhymes with Roof threw out 5 of them over the summer, doing God's work there.
Yeah. I wonder if are they recyclable or are they too glossy? The base cards, I don't know. The
cards themselves, well, they make good kindling in the fire.
Yes.
Yes. Cheers, Ryan. Well. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us with your baby.
I just saw the batteries comment here. The precious Von Grissom rookies are they're holding steady, which is always nice. That's the problem. Hold on, I gotta fix my light, Jeff. Give me a second.
All right.
My eyes look weird. There we go.
All righty. BCJ checking in from Canada. Kelowna. I'm not sure. I've not heard of Kelowna, but I've heard of British Columbia.
All right.
Tell us if people in that area of Canada are excited for the Blue Jays.
I would think they've got a whole nation behind them, but
I would think so too.
They also had a lot of America behind them, hoping that they were going to beat the Yankees.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speaking of which, excellent segue, Jeff. I wanted to ask you guys. This is the trivia link, by the way. This is our last week of pop culture Simpsons questions being mixed in. Next week, I believe we decided we're going to the Naked Gun. So prepare for that. Try to watch the Naked Gun over the next week. I will tell you, these 2 Simpsons questions, I thought they were really, really hard. Jeff hasn't watched the episode, he said, in just over 2 weeks, and he got them both right.
Yeah. One, I'll admit one was a guess, but maybe it was deposited somewhere back in there. So, not Alberta.
All right. Oh, Jeff, Mr. Crowbar has joined us from the other side of the world. That's pretty exciting.
Oh, excellent. So what are things like over there? Are you still invested in the baseball playoffs? I'm wondering what time games are where you are, Mr. Crowbar. And if you can watch them live.
Thick boy, you are exactly right. Oh, sorry. I'll go like 3 or 4 days without seeing Jeff. And then when I do, I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, my friends always used to tease me in college that said I had the fastest growing beard of anyone. And it's true. It grows really fast and then I can shave it. But Chris, I have to get ready for another appearance, another network TV appearance. And so my character has a little bit of stubbly facial hair, but not a mustache. So I just had to shave and let it grow a little bit.
Yeah, you shave like 2 hours before filming and
right.
You're going to be fine.
It still, it grows out. 10 a.m. So some morning games.
All right, so here's my question for those of you who are with us. What narrative is better for cards? Okay, would you rather, if you were invested in Judge and Ohtani, what's the better narrative? Judge having an absolutely incredible 4-game stretch, but the team losing, or Ohtani really struggling? And honestly, I think we almost predicted he and Freeman and Muncy were gonna have a tough time against all these lefties. Jeff,
you told me that going in. Yeah, you told me that.
But I didn't think he'd go 1 for 20. But he did have 1 RBI. So, what's the better narrative in the hobby? Is it you hit like shit, but your team advances, or you crush the ball and the team loses? I'm just curious what kind of action we'll see over the next couple of days.
Team advances for sure. Team advances. I think we kind of saw that because Judge had a little bit of a rough time last year, postseason wise. But I think had they won the championship, all that would have been forgiven.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. And I still think that the way he was swinging the bat in Game 5, if the Yankees had held on and won that game, I think there's a very good chance they win that series.
It would have been exciting. It would have been really exciting. BCJ, yeah, Judge losing because they can pick up some of his rookie cards. I was telling Chris too, if anybody's panic selling Ohtani, I'll be there to pick up.
Oh yeah, either one. If anyone wants to panic sell either of those players, Jeff and I are here for it. Yeah, Shea Schultz, he should have. I mean, the team losing had nothing to do with him. The Blue Jays, I thought, did a pretty good job of taking him out of that last game, just kind of pointing to first base, which the Yankees for some reason didn't do to Vlad, and that hurt him a little bit as well.
Yeah, and I think you're right. He needed this postseason. We'll still remember the inability to get a run in with the bases loaded, but he more than made up for it with the rest of his play, I think. So,
yeah, I mean, the real winner are holders of Addison Barger's cards, Jeff, because now that drop pop-up doesn't seem to be as big a deal as it was. So if you've been stockpiling Addison Barger, you're okay.
And not to mention, you see that video was going around, that viral video where he was throwing it basically from the one side of the stadium to the other. And it's got a cannon. Can't catch a pop-up very well, but
those are tricky. Gregory, excellent question. Do we think Boone will be back? Boone thinks Boone's coming back. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm running that team and I'm not, I'm cleaning house, but I mean, no, they don't ask me.
Including the general manager.
Oh, 100% the general manager. Long overdue.
What do you think our buddy Jake thinks? Have you asked him about it?
I don't. He thinks that he will live the rest of his life and die with Cashman and Boone still running that team.
They're going to be 130 years old, and Jake's like, just one season without you guys.
Yeah, Jake's on a respirator. The last word he utters out is going to be like "F you, Boone" or something. But yeah, hold on. JM had a question here, Jeff. He saw Scotty B made the leap into the Japanese Ohtani card world. Jeff and I have no plans to do that. For better or for worse, it's not a market we are particularly interested in, right or wrong.
Yeah, I applaud his aggressiveness. He's done a lot of research. Chris, Scotty says he has a big video. I don't think that's come out yet, though, like a 2-hour video about Ohtani rookie cards, including 2013 and the 2018 stuff. So maybe we'll be talked into by that, but not a huge fan of the 2013s yet.
Yeah, not yet. We do appreciate. We met a gentleman at the West Coast Card Show a couple of times who gave us a brief tutorial on the history of Ohtani's Japanese baseball cards, and it's interesting to hear about even the distribution of the cards. So some of them are stadium only.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he has so many American cards. I'm almost afraid to kind of pull on the thread of international card addiction. So I'm definitely going to leave those, let them lie, as it were.
Yeah, I agree. Zach says, as a Yankee fan, I'd rather do worse next season without Boone than keep Boone and win 90 games. There's an element of being fed up with him, and sometimes you just need a change. So I don't know.
He either does a good job or a bad job, Jeff, of saying, I don't know, like deflecting, saying what sort of just saying the nonsense to the media, to just like, he's not going to give the media the soundbite that they want. He's just going to keep saying it's right in front of us. It's right in front of us. It's right in front of us for like 4 years as it continues to remain in front of them. But
it's just in front of them.
Oh, that's really interesting. Mr. Crowbar, is this really true that the Japanese collectors, they prefer the American cards as well?
Love this inside information, Mr. Crowbar. Very interesting, because it would seem that would be where they are collected the most.
Yeah, I love some more info on that. If you want to drop any other tidbits in there, we'd love to hear about that. So Battery is suggesting some names to manage the Braves. I applaud Snicker for resigning and moving to the front office. I think that was definitely the right move. I love that guy. I love that he's been with the organization his entire life, Jeff. He gave that team absolutely everything, brought us a World Series, and he managed the hell out of that particular postseason. One Luke Jackson appearance notwithstanding, he managed the absolute hell out of that postseason. But it was time for a change. And yeah, Mattingly is a really interesting name. Boone, no. Mattingly's really interesting. I would love David Ross, I think, is the guy. Someone mentioned him last week. I think he's a guy I would be very, very interested in hearing his take on the team. I know Walt Weiss will probably get, a chance to interview for the job, given he's been a bench coach for a while. DeRosa probably would love a crack at it, but he's managing Team USA, so I don't really know if that's even possible. I don't know.
Royally Cheese says Scotty maybe should have talked to Mr. Crowbar before driving to Nashville.
I mean, are there bad Ohtani cards to buy? I probably not.
Tom Selleck's American cards are ironically huge in Japan. Has he got Magnum cards?
No, he's got an Upper Deck card with Frank Thomas.
Oh.
From when they were filming Mr. Baseball. He also randomly, this was going around Instagram. You guys may have seen this as well. Tom Selleck took a spring training at bat for the Tigers when he was like in his 40s, I think. And he battled. Well, I don't want to blow it. You guys can, it's on YouTube if anyone wants to check it out, but it's a lengthy, he puts up a fight. It was very impressive to see because he wasn't in his 20s.
Los Bravos says Mattingly means Acuna's gone. Doesn't think they'll get along.
I don't know. Two fiery guys. I think they get along. I have no idea. We don't know what any of these personalities are like. We know. I think if Mattingly's there, Acuna would be allowed to grow his sideburns. Jeff should he want
to shave him up over his head, right?
Yeah. See, okay. ATL Jeff Black says Ross is a young snip, but the young is, I think, the important part. That's what the Braves need is energy. Snicker waited until the second to last game of the season to get ejected. I mean, Bobby Cox would have already been thrown out 20 times, Jeff.
Yeah, he would have set a new record
for having,
for sure. Before we go further, Chris, I want to give a couple shout outs to people that sent us some stuff. Shout out to Papa Sports Cards for sending us some cards. He's also got these great stickers, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. He got a couple cards for me, too. Let me grab them.
And not only is he a card collector, but he is among our nation's finest first responders. Sent this Bravest Boxing Fire Department of New York patch, Chris.
Oh, I love the Dalmatian. Yeah, he was kind enough to send me this Dave Justice auto, which I really enjoy, and a Drake Baldwin. Rookie of the Year finalist for sure. We'll see if the voters want to give it to him or not.
Yes, absolutely. So thanks, Papa, and thanks for watching the channel. Also to Chris Reeves, who sent a nice note. And then Chris sent, he did say in his note that he likes to hear that we weren't interested in collecting pitchers because then he thought we wouldn't have the cards that he sent. And he was right. He sent me this sweet Jacob Misiorowski, he of the 103 and 104 mile an hour fastball. So thank you, Chris. Really appreciate that.
Yep, and then he was kind enough to send me this Strider. I mean, look at the lower body definition. I mean,
that
this
is yeah, wow.
When you're doing
his cap is almost busting out of his pants where it has the number to 5 right there.
Like seriously, if any of you guys are ever doing Bulgarian split squats and you look in the mirror, your body won't look like this, but give it like 2 years of doing them and maybe you'll get there. This is really, really impressive. But yeah, thank you for the card. And hopefully this picture was taken when he was still throwing 99 and not throwing 94.
Is he going to come back next year? We're going to see the real Strider next year. What is the real Strider? I guess I should say.
I'll just wildly say yes because it helps me sleep at night. So yeah, Shelley points out excellent. I had honestly forgotten who was managing the Marlins back when the Marlins just kept hitting Acuna. So maybe Mattingly would not be a good fit in that.
Mattingly was still there then?
It was a while. This was like 2019, maybe 2020, 2019. This was a while back. Acuna led off a whole bunch of games in a row with a home run. They hit him and they just kept hitting him. So yeah, Shelly, thank you for reminding me. That might not be a great fit.
Let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, there's not, although on the other hand, a $200 million extension would probably go a long way to making him forgive Don Mattingly for that.
Yes, good point. Excellent.
ST Pliskin mentions Matt. I don't think Greg Maddux has even the slightest interest in putting in that type of time and energy. No. He likes being a roving. I know he was doing that for Texas, being like a consultant. I think that's kind of his brother was there. I think that's
yes. Yeah.
He is enjoying retirement.
Yeah. Agreed. Somebody might get him to come into spring training and help coach pitching and tell jokes and play pranks, but I don't know.
Yeah, Los Bravos, you're right. Shelley remembers, and the streets. Oh, there we go. We'll never forgive Jose Urena. You're damn right. Gregory. I have not seen it yet. No, I should have. Let me pull it up really quick. Is it good, or am I going to get upset?
All right. While you're looking that up, I remind everybody I do have the trivia link pinned at the top of the comments, so please check that out and get in there for some trivia. Got a nice prize from our continued excellent prize donations. It's a guy who's been on TV a lot lately because he's part of the pre and post game show, and he had a lot of fun with Vlad Guerrero after the Yankees lost. That's Mr. David Big Papi Ortiz. Look at this beauty.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see that, and if you're a Yankee fan, don't watch. But if you're not a Yankee fan, it was pretty great. Guerrero was obvious. He was like in tears when the game was over. He was so happy and just elated. And he and Ortiz were really making fun of John Sterling's call. And you could see A-Rod and Jeter just like struggling to deal with it.
Yeah. What can you
Although
do?
I'll be honest, I suggested to my wife that I think there's a part of Derek Jeter that sort of doesn't hate it when the Yankees lose.
100%.
I mean, if Judge is captaining this team, Jeff, and they rattle off 4 World Series in a row,
yeah,
boy, that the teams Jeter were on suddenly don't look quite as good.
Yeah. No,
you know,
100%.
All right, I did find this Drake Baldwin card, and Gregory, thank you for drawing it to my attention because it's actually really cool. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I like how he's reaching over the border too.
So he had a walk-off hit early in his career, in his season this year. I think I showed you the other picture. There's a couple of shots of him with the bubblegum bucket on his head, Jeff. I think I showed you one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, yep. This is from after that. That is very cool. I get to see if he's on the short print auto checklist.
Ooh, that would look nice.
That would look nice. And hopefully, Jeff, 5 years from now, I won't be using it as packaging when I send someone else a card.
Yeah.
Right there with you, Los Bravos. I still don't understand why he's on television. Is there anyone out there who enjoys, who's like, I wonder what A-Rod would have to say about this situation? I don't think anyone feels that way. I think we're all just waiting for him to be done and let Ortiz just do something else weird with a ton of energy again. Yeah, Michigan Cards and Graphs. This was great. Did you see this, Jeff? David Ortiz said when the Yankees were down 2-0, he said what they need to win is use this lineup, and like he made this graphic of like their like 9 greatest players in franchise history. It was very funny.
I like seeing him. He's got just the right personality for TV.
Really?
What?
Oh, David Ortiz. Yes.
Yeah.
I was sorry. I was reading an A-Rod comment when you said that, and I got confused.
Yeah. No, he's got the right personality to put one to sleep. But he's
right. So does Jeter. I mean, I'm not a Jeter fan, but that guy is just very monotone.
Yes,
really. Like, get excited about something.
Yeah, I like AJ Pierzynski. I like having him out there. Catchers seem to do well. They see the game differently. It's kind of like Brady for football. They're just out there because of their name. I don't think they bring a lot.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in Tom Brady's analysis, though, because if there is someone who would be able to spot like nuances on the field, you would assume the person people say is the greatest football player of all time is that person.
You would assume that, yeah.
And we'll just leave it at that then. Hold on. I want to say Michigan Cards and Graphs wrote, yes, this is true. There was a really great segment a couple years ago with A-Rod, Frank Thomas, and I think Pete Rose. And the 3 of them were like talking hitting. I think this was back on Fox. And it was really interesting. In Fox, to their credit, I'm pretty sure it was Fox, just let it go. So the 3 of them were just talking hitting for like between 5 and 10 minutes. It was really, really interesting because obviously those approaches are quite different, Jeff. But you can find that on YouTube as well. That's a definite.
Yeah. And ATL Jeff Black A-Rod does have a great baseball mind, very talented. It just doesn't really come across.
He doesn't know how to talk. It's a really funny way of saying that. And yeah, he's like Manny Ramirez too, has a great baseball mind. And what kind of shit show would that be in the booth if they just like let Manny Ramirez loose? I would watch that.
I would watch it. Sounds like a Manny John Rocker booth would be very exciting. That's what Shelley wants. I think they'd be dropping sponsors left and right.
Yeah, I would just be sponsored by like Skoal and what's that other chewing tobacco? I can't think of what it's called. But yeah, I mean that'd be a tough booth. I don't think that'd be good for ratings, Shelley. I gotta be honest. Oh, Star Huddle too soon.
Too soon.
Someone said it. I don't know if it's SFO Sox fan. I forget who it was, but they felt bad for Kirkering.
I think that was SFO Sox fan. I did too. And we were watching it. I was watching it with my kids, and that's the first thing they said too. They're like, that poor guy.
I was going to say that's a factor. Is definitely part of getting older. Like if I was a huge Dodger fan in my 20s, like the mental state of the opposing pitcher would not cross my mind. But now that like I'm in my 40s, I'm like, oh God, that poor guy. Like, you could just see his brain. The moment you could see it when the ball, as soon as it left his hand, he knew he shouldn't have thrown it. And you could watch him realize that the season's over because he panicked. And then he just like put his head between his knees.
Even a good throw wouldn't have had him. So yeah, he could see. That's probably why the throw was so bad. He just. I think he was probably trying. He had realized we've all been there. I pitch in softball and I've screwed up plays, and it's not obviously I haven't screwed up a nationally televised Major League Baseball playoff game, but that was tough. That was tough. Junior, yes, let's put John Kruk on there. He has had some pretty amazing moments behind the mic on baseball games, including one where they talked about playing a game against convicts. Really weird. I'm not going to get into that one. That is good. Yeah, you should watch that. ATL Jeff Black. Well, the reason he missed home plate was because the throw was so bad and the catcher ran into him. I think had there been a good throw, he would have had a clear path to the plate. That would have been the whole thing. Could have been really. We don't know. Yeah, he puts that throw right in Real Muto's chest. It's bad. I don't know. Kim is really fast, and he looks like he weighs nothing. Yeah, I think he would have bounced right off the catcher. Yeah, but he's also absolutely carved out of wood or stone. Even if you've seen you know what? I shouldn't get into this, but there was like a shirtless pic of him that popped up on the internet because he walked behind someone doing an interview. Jeff, I'm pretty sure this was shared between our wives and then you and I and then our spitballing crew, and we're like, well, who is this monster? And it was Kim. Looks like he could bench about 325. But also looks like he weighs 140 pounds. Yeah. And he's 4 feet tall. Brewers have men on first and second with no outs in the top of the fifth. Still down 3-0. Thank you for the update. Crazy Cryptid says Kim was out if JT caught that. Well, I mean, he slowed down because JT was running at him. So I don't know. He could have been. Either way, he had Pajes at first by like 40 feet. Here's the thing we could think about. Maybe Real Muto deserves a little bit of blame here because he was standing there pointing at first. But Jeff, what if he's got his back foot on the plate and he's stretched right out to the pitcher, waiting for that throw? True. Maybe that play, maybe it works out. Maybe the play is different. I don't know. Gregory, this is just a fantastic comments back to back. I need to highlight both of them. First of all, we have him not pitying poor Orion Kirkering at all. And secondly, complimenting Kim's juicy booty. Gregory's mindset heading into the weekend. I think he's gonna have a good Saturday and Sunday. All right. This is the bottom line. Yeah. End of the day, you got to score more than one to beat the Dodgers. If you said you'd hold the Dodgers to one run through 10 innings, you'd like your chances if you're Philly. Yeah, and I also want to point out that there is absolutely zero chance, and I mean zero chance on earth that Kyle Schwarber home run only went 455 feet. My ass, that was like a good 490 if it was an inch, Jeff. It was great watching the broadcast. I think it was Brian Anderson who said, like, before the Statcast days, this is the kind of home run we just put up as a 500-foot home run. Yes. I mean, it was over the pavilion out there. Yeah. I mean, as accurate as Statcast is, it does make you wonder. Yeah, I mean, that one there. I mean, there's got to just be some sort of computer error on that one. Got to be. Yeah. That was like 99 mile an hour fastball meeting the barrel of a bat at the zone at exactly the right time. Like crushed. Yeah, like Vlad. M. Newbert. Yes, I mean that is an excellent translation of how we discussed how we broke down that play at the plate. Yes. All right. Jeff and I have a couple pickups we wanted to show you, but I have one more question for the group here. Let me just cross off my my topics. What do we think about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s hobby here? I feel like his hobby position has to be the best it's been since 2021. It would have to be. I mean, I feel like he had more production in these 4 games than he did in September. He did, for sure, by a lot.
That's the best division series performance. Probably, well, Griffey's was better back in 95. But otherwise, a top 5 division series performance for sure. Just absolutely incredible. Locked in, doing exactly what he is paid $500 million to do. So what do you guys think? I mean, Guerrero, the negative for Guerrero is the supply side, right? It's a deep
everything. Yeah.
Deep supply.
Michigan Cards and Graphs. All right. This reminds me, was it Smoltz? Who was doing that series? Was it Smoltz? Who was the analyst on the Blue Jay series?
I think it was Smoltz for the Yankees. Yeah.
Because whoever it was, I thought it was Smoltz, who was like right before that, basically talked about how you got to keep it out of exactly where the pitch came, because he said with Vladdy's swing, he doesn't have a lot of lift. He's not a launch angle guy. So that's the only place you can't put it. Of course, the next pitch, put it there, and he just crushed it. Smoltz is great, by the way. But yeah, so that reminded me when Michigan Cards and Graphs said he's making me a bit more of a believer. He's got to come out in the first half and do more than hit line drive for singles and doubles. He hits the ball so hard. Will he ever change that launch angle? I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I he's a guy. He's just, I don't know. He's really fun to watch. He's really he's exciting. Like, it does feel like even like he just hits the ball really, really hard. And in these playoffs, his at bats, like, I felt like his focus was up. Like,
and maybe that's just it. Maybe the season's so long, it's hard for him to keep focused. Although, as you pointed out on Blabbin, he's 26 years old and has 1,000 career major league hits before you enter what is commonly people's prime, hitting prime.
Yeah.
So his overall numbers were a little or his power numbers especially were a little underwhelming this year, but he still hit for a decently high average considering how low the regular, like the base average was in baseball. And he just hits it hard. He hits it hard.
Yeah, he's interesting. I would advise people, if you really love the guy, maybe now is probably not the time to go after his stuff, but because he's coming off a season where he hit 23 home runs. The list of people that hit more home runs than him this year is going to be full of names that make you gag a little bit. It's not ideal.
Right. But, and I don't know, BCJ, this may be the case with Blue Jay players. We were talking about this a little bit when we were debating where he was going to go. If he was going to end up in Boston with Devers. Now, neither of them are there. Or if he was going to make
that prediction,
another big market in the U.S. But I think the next best thing is him being a career Blue Jay. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he's not getting slighted because of the Canada angle. It may be because the Blue Jays haven't been as successful.
Yeah, Rhymes with Roof is talking about, Frank Thomas said it too, backspin the ball and it goes. And that's obviously, Jeff and I work on that.
It's true, but you do need a little bit of lift. You do need a little bit of lift. I mean, if you've seen a lot of his at-bats, even if he's gets backspin on it, he's still just crushing 105-mile-an-hour line drives. He just needs a little bit of lift, and that backspin will do it.
But the thing about Vlad, too, is he should, with apologies to guys like George Bell and Dave Stieb, he should retire as the greatest Blue Jay of all time. And he should have a statue outside of that ballpark. And that stuff like that, I think it does matter in the hobby. Like, now, if he can get them a ring, though, Jeff, now we're talking. And the American League's wide open. Whoever comes out of this other series is going to be exhausted.
Yep.
I would not be shocked if Game 5 goes like 11, 12 innings.
And both teams use all their arms.
Everyone they
can. Yeah.
Seattle's lined up. They have Kirby and Castillo ready to go. And I'm sure Munoz, the three of those guys can cover like 12 innings, 13, 14, 15 innings if they have to, Jeff. And Scooble's just going to throw probably until he dies.
Probably. He's not going to want to come out of that game no matter what.
No, absolutely not.
Bard's asking about Rocky's value. Speaking of a guy who came in with huge fanfare, but was hurt and underperforming, and now he's kind of found a playoff spot. Again, if they're the kind that get a ring, the Dodgers get the ring, Rocky's going to be his cards are going to get a big boost. Yeah,
it's funny. He really did. His cards were expensive. As soon as they come out, they're really, really expensive. He did nothing all season, and now he's given us 4 1/3 scoreless innings in the playoffs. Maybe no, he must have done more than that. 5 1/3, 5 1/3, and it's like kaboom! Like, suddenly I'm not gonna lie. Watching him pitch tonight, Jeff, 9 up, 9 down. I was like, damn, maybe I should get a Sasaki card.
I mean, after seeing what Kershaw did.
Yeah. I just want to mention, Tony Fernandez would like a word. That is funny.
Yeah.
Rhymes with Roof says Guzman. Earlier today, we were watching MLB Now, the Brian Kenny show on the MLB Network, and their trivia question was, who for the Blue Jays was the 1993 ALCS MVP? And I said Juan Guzman. And my wife turned to me and she said, and I'm quoting here, who the F is Juan Guzman? He's a guy who had a really exciting baseball card in 1992 Fleer Update, Jeff, for a brief period of time. But I was wrong. It wasn't him. But
93 93 ALCS.
Yep, 93 ALCS MVP. It's the guy who has the most LCS MVPs in baseball history. That's a great trivia question. For next week, that'll be a trivia question.
Ooh. The most LCS?
Yeah, I think he's got 3. It is not Paul Molitor. That's a great guess. And that name may come up in trivia later, peeps. So you hang on to that one. Put that in your back pocket. Nope, not Joe Carter. Not Alomar.
Dave Stewart.
Dave Stewart is correct. Yes. He went 2-0 in the series. I think it was the White Sox.
What other veteran was on that team? Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he was LCS MVP for the A's at least twice. Just that was his round. No one could touch him in that round for whatever reason. Okay, Pack Fresh Poppy. This is how I want to just give an example here because it's not going to work. It's going to be a failed example, Jeff. When you think of Tony Fernandez, is there a particular moment, a home run, a hit, a play that you think of?
85 World Series or 85 playoffs? No.
Most people will probably have forgotten this, but as you know, this is my brain stores these things.
Yeah.
So Tony Fernandez made the error in the 10th inning of the 1997 World Series
for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the Marlins ended up
even on Cleveland until you said 97.
Of course. And then Renteria hit the walk-off to win that World Series. So that's what I think of when I think of Tony Fernandez, which is unfortunate because he had a really good career. But that's what
career. But Poppy, he's one of those forgotten guys from that.
100% forgotten. Yeah. Within the game, remembered very, very fondly, but by like collectors and fans, probably.
Oh, Wendy, thanks for checking in here.
Hey, Wendy.
Love is Blind. I think the new season of Love is Blind is out, isn't it? That's exciting.
You absolutely should become friends with her. She would enjoy it because it means it's less time she has to talk to me, which is a win for almost everyone except Jeff.
We're going to go with trivia at about, what are we going to go? 8 o'clock?
Yeah, about 8 o'clock we usually go. I'll put you guys, some people have joined. Pretty good prize today. And I also should warn you, when Jeff went through this, like he usually runs through to check me for spelling errors, typos, and that kind of stuff. Jeff went 10 for 10.
I did. Yeah, as I mentioned, I had to take a slight guess on one of the Simpsons questions, but yeah, it was good. It was good trivia. Good trivia for me. I did it while watching practice. Yeah,
but I also have to point out, though, Jeff is not made for this particular type of trivia because Jeff is a very studious person. So, like, you read the question, you make you think, and then you make sure you get the right answer. But by then, the points have come down. So you're likely to lose to someone who gets 7 right, but gets them really, really fast. So it just depends how you want to do it. His score was good, but it's beatable.
Yes, yeah, I would say go a little faster.
Yeah,
a little faster. Faster's a little better.
Yeah, Pack Fresh Poppy. You're right. Unfortunately, like in terms of Hall of Fame, I don't think the postseason really matters. It can only add to your case, but in the hobby, the postseason really does. It really does matter. And yeah, Joey K, thank you. This was the next player I want to talk about. We talk about playoff narrative. This narrative has changed. I think we don't want to admit it. I like Bryce Harper, by the way. Even as a Braves fan, I like him and I collect him. But we've come a long way from Bryce Harper almost single-handedly knocking the Padres out in 2022, Jeff. Homering in his first home World Series at bat, also in 2022.
Yeah, he's been living off that reputation. Now between him and Ohtani, it's some rough times in the postseason.
If you're the man,
numbers in on Blabbin last week about since those big games for Harper, he's got 2 home runs, 12 Ks. He hasn't done a lot since
No,
Blabbin.
Schwarber had done nothing, and he woke up in a big way. But yeah, Harper, very quiet. A very quiet division series. Los Bravos, that is hilarious. I still like Bryce Harper, but I don't know. Are we seeing? I think this Phillies team is in big trouble, Jeff. I think they're all on that precipice of hitting that age where things really start to go south. They're going to have to commit a lot of money to Kyle Schwarber. They can't let him go.
Yeah, and what do they do? They convince him to sign a 3-year deal? He's going to want a longer one. Someone
will give him more than that.
Yep.
And Suarez is also a free agent. He was a guy I was really hoping the Braves might take a run at, but I think those 5 scoreless innings last night may have pushed him past to what the Braves can afford.
Harper has had so many big moments early in his career. He's bound to go down as a legend.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, totally agree. But at some point, he's got to have more, right?
Yes.
You can't just keep getting to the playoffs. Like 2023, 24, 25, that's 3 straight years now where if you look at unfortunately against the D-backs, like he had a good first couple of games, then fizzled. Last year against the Mets, fizzled. This year against the Dodgers, fizzled. I mean, what he really needs, Jeff, is to face the Braves again in the playoffs, and then he can just completely blow up. That's his reverse kryptonite, his spinach, if you will, if he's Popeye. But yeah, he's living off those older times. But yeah, I mean, that NLCS against the Padres, when you homer to win a series, like that's his highlight forever.
That's going to last a while. Yeah. Mookie Chilson here chimes in with a touch of sarcasm, perhaps. Rough end for the Phils and Yanks. You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it.
Yeah. I can't get too excited while my Brewers are watching their.
I was really interested, Jeff, if Judge could hit like 500 in that division series, but if he made the last out, is that what fans were going to remember? Not his 3-run, like potentially series swinging home run off the foul pole. Would they remember him making the last out? And thankfully, Jeff Hoffman was kind enough to just hang a cement mixer right in the middle of the plate for Judge to wrap off the wall to keep it going one more batter. But I was waiting to see the reaction to that. Yeah. I mean, it would be preposterous because he was propping up a bunch of underperforming players.
A bunch. Yeah, that's an understatement. We saw Volpe with maybe one of the worst series of all time after 3 straight years of mid-80s OPS pluses as a Yankee shortstop. Yes. And he's no Anderson Simmons over there.
That has got to end. Like that's 3 consecutive years of an OPS plus well below league average. They can't roll that out a 4th year. If they do that, I don't think, is that on Boone or on Cashman? That's got to be on Cashman, right?
I don't know. I don't know who's running the ship there, but it's on both.
Yeah, I mean, Boone can only play the players he's given. I mean, at this point, I think you got to send him to AAA or release him and put Caballero there for next year. I mean, that if you guys don't know, I don't want to pull it up because it's just mean. But if you go look at Volpe's baseball reference, these 3 years he has been their starting shortstop. It's got to be maybe the worst 3 years of any.
I mean, anybody looking at that baseball reference page, at least the offensive side, probably thinks he must be like the second coming of Brooks Robinson and Ozzie Smith for them to keep trotting him out there with those offensive numbers. I didn't see this, Joey K. Judge's words about his players manager really shocked me. Did he call them out? What I didn't see it. So Phil,
I didn't see anything either. But man alive, he was on an island in that series, and he got no help.
No, and even they were missing playoff Stanton from last year, even if he had him.
Yeah. I mean, I felt bad for
him. Sports guy Corey. All right, A+ comment. Orioles fans would give a guy like Schwarber whatever he wants to mash at Camden Yards, but the front office only wants 20-year-olds with long blonde hair and no muscle. That seems to be their type. They've got a type.
They like the androgynous baseball players. It's totally fine. It's like watching like an 80s metal hair band out there sometimes, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to do something there. Another great comment. Oh, man, you guys are on fire tonight. Mookie says, how about the Martian batting for Volpe in the 9th? That's millions of burnt hobby dollars hitting for millions of burnt hobby dollars. The amount of money spent on those 2 players in the last 4 years.
That's a great comment, Mookie. Thanks for pointing. Because how much dead money how much dead baseball card money is in that spot right there? Like we're probably approaching $1 million and just money evaporating.
Oh, gotta be more than that. I mean, the Martians one card went for almost $500,000. How much is that one worth?
What would it go for today? $5,000? That scares the shit out of me when I think about that. Like, that is absolutely terrifying. That's way more terrifying than this base Gavin Lux card that was used as packing peanuts. That's just terrifying.
Yeah.
Hold on. Peeps, yes, they did. This is well known as a utter disaster in Baltimore. Kind of a franchise-altering disaster.
Yeah, and they got to decide what they're going to do about Adley, see if anybody would take him on. Poor Orioles. They had 1 year, and it looked like they were on the cusp of something good, and then they trade Corbin Burns, or let Corbin Burns go, get Charlie Morton, and we're terrible.
To be fair, you and I blasted them for letting Corbin Burns go, and we blasted the Red Sox for not signing him, and we were wrong.
Not signing anybody. And yet I still picked them to make the playoffs. So,
yeah, I don't know why we thought the Orioles would be good in hindsight. But they deserve credit.
Would show up.
Yeah, they do deserve credit for making the right call on Corbin Burns, though. You and I made the wrong call. They made the right call, which is why you and I are hosting a YouTube Live on Thursday night and not working in the front office of a Major League Baseball.
Place I'd rather be. Me, you, and 116 of our closest friends.
That's right. Judge did not. I refuse to believe that Judge said that. There's no way Judge said that.
What? I didn't see it.
Hold on. Joey K says that Judge said he would love to be back with Soto. I'm sorry. That had to be fake. That's fake. No way.
He's trying to get the front office to trade for Soto.
BCJ,
Chris, my son and I have this conversation all the time because he's like, how would Babe Ruth do today? It's hard to say. He was not 6'7", and he drank a lot and spent a lot of nights out, drunk and carousing. But he still played the best players of his era. There were no Hispanic players.
He played the best white players of his era, whose evenings were free.
Yeah, but I would like to think that he was talented, even if you see some of those recolored black and white videos of his swing. He definitely stood out amongst all those guys of that era. And I feel like, he'd be facing guys that throw 100 regularly now, but he'd also probably have some dietitian to help him. He'd be working
so many
out.
It's
hard to compare eras. So I give Babe Ruth his props. And
Gregory, that was the worst pause in YouTube history right there. If we took Babe Ruth as he was and put him into this league, he'd no chance. He'd have no chance. Absolutely no. He never saw Christopher Sanchez. He never saw a 6'6" left-hander throwing 98 with sink. Never.
Or Mason Miller coming in and throwing 104 on the corner.
No, absolutely not.
No. But he would also have the benefits of all of this time if he was in this era.
Right. Yeah. I mean, imagine if Mickey Mantle had a good ACL surgery in 1951. Who knows? Yeah.
Bardomeu 20 years on one knee, essentially.
Yeah. And he was one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Ay. Oh, so all right. This is a really funny and excellent reference. Crazy Cryptid says Babe Ruth would look just like Devers in that SSP we showed last week.
Oh, poor Devers. He's not even playing anymore and he's still catching strays.
Well, Star Huddle, that might be even more accurate.
Oh, jeez.
All right. It is 7:52. All right, Jeff, so we got time. So after trivia, I'm going to go through. I got my ComC shipment in.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys what I got. There's some fun stuff in here. You'll laugh at me, but I mean, that's the whole point of the show, I think.
Yep.
So I'm going to put the trivia link in there. Jeff and I have a couple pickups we want to talk about briefly. Do you want to show everyone the Aaron Judge card that we bought, which I'm shocked. We are getting blamed for the Yankees elimination.
Oh, is that? I guess that would make sense. Look at this beauty.
I am really excited. So someone in the comments mentioned Scotty B Cards bought that Japanese card. He needed to raise some funds. And the minute he got this card about a year ago, or was it even earlier this year, I called dibs on it right away. I was like, if you ever move that card, you have to contact us first. And he was true to his word. We appreciate that. He went to us first. And we're
a sucker for big rookie cups and heritage golds. And this has them both.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen, I'm not a Yankee fan, but you'd be stupid to not respect what Aaron Judge is doing. Another little side note about this card is his Heritage rookie card he shares with Tyler Austin, I think.
Oh, good pull.
This is his first Heritage Chrome Gold by himself. And there's a lot of Judge to get into one card. It doesn't work with two people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were really, really excited.
He's got his mouth closed here, Chris. How do you feel about that?
I did note that on Instagram. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is pre-veneers, I think. So he's probably just feeling that gap with his tongue that he used to have.
Yeah.
And totally fine. Yeah, Andrew Aurora, yeah.
I did, Chris, I did get a message from Matty Ice. Did you get a message from Matty Ice on Instagram?
No,
this was his card that he sold to Scotty B. He said he was happy to see it again.
Well, that's probably the last time he's going to see it for a while.
Small hobby world. Yeah. We're going to hold on to this one. And if anybody else is looking to panic sell, not that Scotty panic sold this one because this was before the playoffs started, but if anybody's getting rid of Judge because of his team's underwhelming performance in the playoffs, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault that his bullpen stunk.
Gregory, we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know the answer to this. He got a late start, so he doesn't have the same mileage on his body as some other players do.
A lot of injury history, though. A lot of injury history.
That's what kept Chris and I away from him, but he's been remarkably healthy the last few years, which is unusual for somebody at his age.
Yeah, career years at age 33. We haven't seen stuff like that. I'm not accusing him of anything like at all. But I think it's only natural, Jeff, to expect some kind of decline here.
There's going to be some kind of decline, but I don't know how much more he has to do. He's already established himself with three of the best seasons in modern baseball history for sure. Yep. And so I feel like he's really establishing a collecting floor for some of his better cards, or at least that's what Chris and I are thinking. Who knows?
And he should always be in demand. Let's not rehash the MVP debate, but he's already got 2 MVPs. He's got a Rookie of the Year. His his home run total, I think he's going to get to 500 now. Before he became a free agent, it looked really unlikely. And now these last 3 or 4 years, Jeff, it's otherworldly what we're seeing. How long can he keep it going?
5 minutes.
He doesn't have to be this good.
No, it doesn't have to be this good. He's accumulating numbers, which is something we didn't, like Chris said, we didn't think he was going to do. We're talking about peaks most of the time now in terms of Hall of Fame careers. We saw what Pujols and Miguel Cabrera did. They compiled a lot of numbers, but their last 6 or 7 years were mostly horrible or less war than less than zero war.
We'll say disappointing. I wanted someone here, David here, easily 2 more prime seasons. I don't know. I expect him to be very good next year, but he is 34 years old and he is a large person. He really should be DHing more than he is. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
We thought he'd be hurt. I certainly thought he'd be hurt. He didn't play full seasons. He's the anti-Trout. He's actually staying healthy as he gets into his 30s. Who knows what's going to happen?
Those two, we have Mike Trout, who is a picture of health and honestly an absolute physical specimen. I'm talking about guys' physiques a lot tonight, Jeff, but what else is there? Aaron Judge could not stay healthy in his 20s. Like he missed a serious time in 4 of his first 8 seasons.
Yep.
They get to their 30s. All of a sudden, Mike Trout is like as healthy as my dad. And Aaron Judge is absolutely taken off in a spaceship. So I don't know who will regularly challenge him. Someone's going to step up in the AL. Bobby Witt is due a step forward. Julio Rodriguez, perhaps next year, based on his second half, what we're seeing in the playoffs. Cal Raleigh might steal this one, Jeff. Roman Anthony looks like a superstar waiting to happen.
Forbidden Donut throws this out. I would love to see Judge play until he's 40 and just hit. Yep. But that's the thing. If I'm the Yankees, I really start my blueprint for him going forward is he's a right fielder at home and a DH on the road. That's kind of what I would want him to embrace. And we'll see if we get there. But the more at bats he gets, the better it's going to be wherever position he plays. That's the most important position for him is in the batter's box. Yeah, Gregory, yes. Forbidden Donut. Yep. Roman Anthony, I like it. Gunner. Yeah. I mean,
there are good teams, and Jordan will at some point give us this magical season.
Probably if his calves hold together.
If his calves hold together.
Cheurio, Christy says Cheurio looks like he needs to rest with that hamstring. I know he got pulled late in the game the other night for his hamstring. He felt it again. I hope it's not that big of an issue, but man,
I hope so too.
They've got to get to the next round.
Yeah, they got to pull this game out tonight, and then they can rest him for a few days. Sports guy Corey, wait a second. Ooh, oh boy, comments coming in hot. Jeff, take a minute, check the score if you want. I'm going to talk glutes for a second. Who wins the glutes battle between Judge and Trout? I think it's got to be Trout. I've seen some crazy fitness videos from Mike Trout of him like just moving absurd weight. Then again, Judge is huge, so I don't know. Although I don't have it here. That's a great question, sports guy Corey. Next week Jeff has the 2020 update.
What do I have? Oh.
Speaking of men's asses, Jeff has a 2020 update Trout back of jersey, and I've got the 2020 update Judge back of jersey. We'll look at them and we'll see whose glutes look the best in 2020. That's the best we can do right now.
Yeah.
They're not responding to my frequent messages asking for profile glute photos, Jeff. I don't know why
you got to wait till their OnlyFans pages open.
All right. Before I show you the card I picked up, what do you think about Mike Ennis here? I don't think Trout's going to be the best to never win a World Series. I think that title,
a lot of competition.
Yeah, I think that title belongs to Ted Williams. I don't think Trout.
Ted Williams and Ernie Banks have been kind of up there. Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, I mean Trout may have the best peak. No, not even with Ted Williams. It's gonna be tough to make that argument, Mike. But
Barry Bonds. We're idiots. Yeah, obviously Barry Bonds. Yeah, thank you, Doc's Cards. Okay, before we get to trivia, I just want to speak. We're talking about Heritage Gold refractors. I picked this beauty up. Just arrived this week. So this is,
another
Freeman
gold.
2018 Heritage Gold. What a design. Obviously, this card is just beautiful. I made a trade for it. First of all, let me tell you. So I'm trying to get these Freemans, okay? So I've got currently 14, 15, and I love this one with the Hank Aaron patch right there. Very cool. 17, which is the least gold of the golds, Jeff. Almost a silvery gold here. 18 and 20. So I am currently missing. God, this one's really gold. I am missing 16, 21, and 22. For whatever reason, Freeman didn't make the Chrome checklist in 19. What can you do? So if you guys ever see any Freeman Heritage Golds out there, please let me know any way you can. Or if you want to buy it yourself and then charge me more, that's totally fine. And if you see any Mookie Betts Heritage Gold, send them to our good buddy Signed and Slabbed, because he's been trying to fill that, get that run done for a long time now. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about Bonds. Yeah, and Mike Ennis right there with you. Just happened to forget about Barry Bonds. Whoops a daisy.
Thank you. The hard part with Bonds is that in all these conversations, even like when we talk about Judge being the home run king, well, is it Judge or Bonds? And we talk about the AL home run record, we forget about Bonds a lot because he's tied up with so many Balco issues that sometimes it's easy to ignore what he was, his overall career and stats.
I still will not hold it against him, honestly. If I were him and I were that talented and I saw the attention these other guys were getting, I would have done the exact same damn thing he did. That would have made an absolute mockery of the league, exactly like he did.
Yeah, he did.
And kudos to him. I don't hate him for it at all. At all.
No, but what he could have done was quit earlier than he did. And then maybe his head would have shrunk back down to a normal size and he could have still stole more bases and still hit 700 home runs. I don't know.
I still wish I wish a team had signed him. I wish a team had signed him to DH.
No kidding. Yeah, I mean, just he could have played another 5 years.
Oh, at least one or two. I mean, imagine, Jeff, a world where, what was his last year? 06 or 07? Great reference.
06? Did he play two complete seasons after his 04 monster season?
I think like one injury plagued and then one more or less complete. Like imagine a team like the Yankees signed him. And
his last season was great.
You're going to DH against righties. How many home runs is he hitting in that ballpark, Jeff? I mean, the Braves could have used a nice lefty DH.
16?
I mean, yeah, easy. Even if he doesn't play day games.
ATL Jeff Black still puts Williams over him for the best to never win the World Series. And I would definitely hear that argument, especially since Williams missed a couple of his prime years flying jets in a little thing called World War II.
Yeah, Ted Williams is one of the coolest men to ever live.
Yeah.
And if you ever unsure or not sure how like what type of person a person is, in that 99 All-Star game at Fenway when Ted Williams came out, the reaction from his peers, if you will, is how you know what a badass Ted Williams was.
Yep.
Players like pushing each other out of the way to get close enough to him just to like shake his hand.
Yep.
All right, I'm really enjoying these Simpsons references.
Yeah, you're right, Mookie.
Sorry, Crazy Crypto. Just want to make sure he gets credit for another Simpsons quote. Again, guys, this is our last day. I hope you watched it. One more time.
Let's do. He would have had 415 walks in a season at Yankee Stadium. Yeah,
oh, for sure.
What was Bond's record? Didn't he get like 230 or something ridiculous one season?
Yeah, it was over 200. Yeah, it was like I want to say 242, 232, something like that.
Gosh, yeah, whatever it was ridiculous.
I'm sure Shelly knows the exact number, and he's going to tell me why I'm wrong.
All right, we should get trivia in before.
All right, I put the link in one more time. So these will all be postseason, a bit of a postseason flair here. Jeff did. Hopefully I got your corrections in. If I didn't, we'll see. What was I going to say? 232. Thank you, Andrew. All right, so yeah, I was right there. Why? And this, I'll leave a ceiling fan on for 4 days, Jeff, because I forget to turn it off. But I will remember how many walks Barry Bonds had in 2004. Just utterly useless. My brain is a completely useless part of my body. Oh, so I want to get back to Judge really, really quick. Judge has had two huge moments in the playoffs, I think. My personal two huge moments. The second one was the game tying 3-run bomb right here. It will be sadly forgotten because they lost the series. So it at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. His other big moment, and if you guys watch MLB Now, I talk about this show all the time on the MLB Network. Record it, watch it at night after your kids go to bed. It's great.
The Indians?
Yes. Guardians. His other big moment is the game-tying 2-run shot off of Class A.
Yes.
In the ALCS last year. And how forgotten is that moment? Because that's the only game in the series the Yankees lost. Brian Kenny on MLB Now, he forgot that moment ever happened. He was debating Aaron Judge with someone else, and they mentioned that home run. He's like, that happened? So if he forgot it, it's gone. It's out of the baseball, it's out of our brains. It's out of the baseball, hobby world. And that was an incredible shot. It was like a line drive right over the right field wall. I mean,
off the best closer in baseball at the time.
Who may or may not have been throwing the game. But still, I'm being an ass. It was a great moment. So his two big playoff moments, Jeff. One was in the only game of a series they lost, and the other one came, in a series they lost. So it stinks for him, but he deserves a little bit more credit maybe than he's getting. I don't know.
Right. I mean, it's true. Think about if the Yankees had come back and won the World Series last year, yes, Freeman's home run would have still meant something, but not nearly as much.
Right. 100%. Yep.
So you can have your moments, but you need to have the wins, the series wins to go along with them, or those moments are easily forgotten.
Yeah. If the Yankees came back and won that series in 7 games, that Freeman grand slam is a footnote.
Right.
It's completely forgotten about.
Yeah. Just like Kirk Gibson. If the A's had won that series, which they were projected to. Mike says he's Canadian. Congrats to your Jays. Would you guys ever come to the Toronto Expo card show, Chris?
Would we? Yes. Will we? I don't know. Next year, my goal for all of next year is to get Jeff to the National. I've looked into boarding his children. The dog kennels I've called will not take them. So I have to continue making calls to make this happen. But that's the number one goal. We'll get him to the National. Then Canada maybe 2027. We'll see. I would love to go up there though, because I'm sure the Messier cards, that's probably the show where I'll find a bunch of really cool random Mark Messier stuff.
Chris becomes a hockey expert at that show.
Well, I mean, listen, in 2027, Jeff, we might not have a lot of baseball to watch.
That's
so...
true. Might have to move to a different sport. Blabbing about hockey. Mookie says Judge's biggest playoff moment was bagging a fly ball in center field, and a lot of people do remember that. Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but yeah,
unfair.
His chance. He turned it around this year, but the team let him down.
Yep.
We won't see that 3-run home run off the foul pole as often as we should because his team lost the next game. But if they came back and won that series, that home run off the foul pole could be his defining moment.
Right.
But his team's complete failures, both pitching, no supporting hitting, and Chisholm's error, took it away from him. It stinks.
Yeah. All right, Chris, let's do trivia before it's too late. I know we're getting pretty late for our East Coast.
I don't know if I would agree with that. I think Harper has at least, well, Freese has what? No, God, Freese has 2 in one game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got a good turnout in here. Let me get this up. Haha.
Mookie's defining moment was finishing 7th at trivia 2 weeks ago. Hey, go for it tonight. Tonight's your night.
Tonight's your night, buddy. As long as you 2 things. You have to have watched that Simpsons episode, which I'm sure you all did. And B, know some recent postseason facts. There's a tough Brewers question in here. All right, let's get that comment off the wall, and we're gonna start. Jeff, here comes the countdown. Oh yeah, we got about 50 people in there. Here we go.
Right.
Let's rock and or roll.
Do it. Computers are easier to get these numbers, get these answers in quicker. So do it on a computer.
Yeah, if you can.
When was the last year the Yankees won the World Series? Was it 2000, 2009, 2011, or 2018? They sure have a lot of World Series titles, but their last one been a little while.
It's one of their longer droughts in franchise history.
Chris, 27.
Yeah.
63% of you went with 2009, and you would be correct. Jake would be very proud of you. Gold Cup cards, 87. That's about as quick as you can answer. Of course, our friend Michigan Cards and Graphs pulling right up behind him. Who threw the pitch that Pujols famously hit over the train tracks in the 2005 NLCS? Octavio Dotel, Billy Wagner, Andy Pettit, or Brad Lidge? Player might not have recovered from this, and I don't know if I would either.
Well, that player did get the last out of a World Series 3 years later, but it took a while to recover from it, Jeff.
Good point. I forgot about that World Series win. 57% of you said Brad Lidge. Correct. Michigan Cards and Graphs in his usual spot at the top of the leaderboard. Whose epic 2016 Topps Chrome card is this? Jose Bautista, Edwin Encarnacion, Carlos Delgado, or Josh Donaldson? One of the more famous home runs in Toronto Blue Jays history.
I want to point. I should have given that this card belongs to someone on Instagram. I should have given them credit.
They were like, "That's my card." Yeah, 83% of you got Jose Bautista. The bat flip, yes. Michigan Cards and Graphs and Clean Cards 5 tied at the top. Newbies cards right behind them. Who was the World Series MVP for the 1993 Blue Jays? Was it Joe Carter, Jack Morris, Paul Molitor, or John Olerud?
I gave this to you guys. I gave this to you 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I can't believe Chris gave this to you guys.
I'm so generous, Jeff.
This was a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Most people went with Joe Carter. That was not correct. The answer is Brewers legend, Paul Molitor. 13 of you got it correct after Chris said it. Michigan Cards and Graphs was listening closely, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Who did the 2022 Astros beat in the World Series? Was it the Braves, the Phillies, the Dodgers, or the Diamondbacks? This one took me a while to think about, Chris. I had to do some replaying of things in my mind to get to the answer of this one. All right, less than half of you went with the Phillies, and you are correct.
By the way, Michigan Cards and Graphs also had time to leave a comment. He's just toying with you guys.
Jeez, 404. Who threw the last no-hitter in the postseason? Was it Roy Halladay, Randy Johnson, Don Larson, or Kurt Schilling?
I spoke to Clean Cards 5 after last week, Jeff. He said he was in the lead cruising, and the Simpsons one stopped him. So he was going to watch the episode, Jeff.
He better. We'll find out. 77% of you got Roy Halladay. Michigan Cards and Graphs just blowing everybody away with 85 points. What manager did the Red Sox fire shortly after leaving Pedro Martinez in way too long in the 2003 ALCS Game 7? Was it Buck Showalter, Terry Francona, Jimmy Williams, or Grady Little? And a friend of mine had the fantasy team name Yank Pedro after 7 for the next 3 years. Terry Francona is getting the brunt of the votes. Well, no, I guess Grady Little did get 25 people. You guys are right. Forever, Grady Little will be known.
I feel like Red Sox fire manager. You already know the answer.
When was the Brewers' last World Series appearance? 1974, 1982, 2011, or never been there? Sad. Sad, sad. Hey, all right. There's a lot of people who know my pain. AL champs of 82, Michigan Cards and Graphs, continuing his assault on the record books.
His assault on decency at this point, Jeff.
If Mr. Burns wants Homer to bunt, he'll touch his belt buckle once, twice, or thrice.
The word thrice also has a great moment in Golden Girls sitcom history, which I'll get into later.
A threesome, Chris?
Oh.
All right. Oh, Newbies Cards. Pulled in Michigan Cards and Graphs, who has proclaimed he's not watched the episode.
Come on, newbies.
In softball, what is the beer inning? Is it the first inning, the second inning, the fourth inning, or the ninth inning? Man, if there were a ninth inning in softball, I would have retired many years ago.
Yeah. Hey, we know how to play softball. My Chief Wiggum impression. There we go. All right.
Chief Wiggum, 58% of you said the fourth inning, and you are correct.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth here, Jeff.
All right, who's going to win the Big Poppy? Gold Cup cards, an excellent score, 638.
Oh!
Newbies cards, 660. And Michigan Cards and Graphs, 728.
M. Newber, if you watched the episode, you'd have a black David Ortiz refractor coming your way.
Michigan Cards and Graphs is once again at the top of the podium. Sorry you're so disappointed, Chris. Michigan Cards and Graphs reports.
You know, everyone likes to see a dynasty fall. We were all rooting for the Diamondbacks in 2001, and we were rooting for Newbies Cards right there. But good job. I mean, you pulled that one out. That last question, I really thought it seemed like the Simpsons stuff was going to get you this week, and it didn't.
It didn't. Stadium Bodega. Damn you, Grady Little.
Well, you're not the first person to say that.
Mookie Chilson, congrats on another 7th place finish. This was a ton of high scores.
Yeah. But yeah, Michigan Cards and Graphs, well done. It's honestly impressive at this point because the types of questions, we're varying them week to week. Some are more card heavy, some are more baseball heavy. And you're just, Shelly the Turtle won like 3 of the first 5, I think. But I think that's Michigan Cards and Graphs' at least 4th win.
Jeff. I think it's his 4th victory.
Wow.
Yeah, Forbidden Donuts wondering if you're an AI.
AI. He's actually Skynet.
No AI, just far too much random sports knowledge.
Hey, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. As long as you remember to feed your pets and take care of your kids or whatever you got going on in your life, it's not too much knowledge.
Never too much.
Never too much.
Not when you can come on a show like this and show off in front of 130 other sports nerds.
Right. Yeah. If that's your 5th win, congrats either way. Very impressive. Jeff, we got a score update over there?
I see it's 4-0. So,
man, I did not have Matthew Boyd pitching well on my bingo card tonight. Oh, okay. Jeff and I definitely have some thoughts here on what Forbidden Donut is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it yet. I'm seeing a lot of rumors, a lot of unsubstantiated reports. I don't know.
If Michael Mann is directing it and De Niro and Pacino come back, De Niro can't come back. But
alert for those of you who haven't seen it.
But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, neither can another character. But Yeah. I mean, I will go watch this movie.
I just
100%.
hope it's a good story and it's just not a pandering.
I mean, so Michael Mann wrote a book first,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So I mean, my wife absolutely hates him as a director, and I get it. Sometimes he's hit or miss. Some of his stuff is incredible. Some of it is difficult. Yeah, I have faith in him though. He knows what's at stake. He knows how important that movie was to his filmography. I don't think he's gonna shit on it just to make a few bucks. So
Newbie says that Heat 2 novel's incredible.
okay,
I'm hesitant.
I have not read it.
I've not read it as well. As long as there was a chance for the movie to be made, I wasn't going to read it. So I'm going to still hold that position.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff doesn't have time to read a book, and I'm borderline illiterate, so neither one of us has read the book. But I will wait for the movie.
Mookie has a complaint for you, by the way.
Shit, they did, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
it's not a perfect game, but the question was the last no-hitter.
It was no hitter, but listen, Mookie, you finished like 8th or 9th. It wasn't going to matter.
7th for Mookie.
Meh.
He's got a great title idea too.
Heat 2 hotter. I like it. Okay, there were some great comments in here. Hold on, give me a second. Gregory saying, forget Heat 2, The Mummy 4.
Oh,
I mean, I'm in. As long as we get Rachel Weisz back, I am 100% in. Forbidden Donut, yeah, Manhunter, Last of the Mohicans. Those are two great movies. Last of the Mohicans is like, yeah, it's just intense, like pretty much right from the get-go. And the amazing stories about Daniel Day-Lewis just living in the woods while they were filming, because that guy is an absolute lunatic.
That's a crazy movie. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. I was disappointed by Miami Vice and disappointed by Public Enemies. Unfortunately.
Public Enemies, I was really looking forward to.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, he's got a very particular way of shooting, and Collateral is incredible.
Yep.
I think that might be my second favorite Michael Mann movie. And honestly, that might be the best Tom Cruise performance.
Tom Cruise. I thought you were going to say second favorite Tom Cruise, and I would say it's right up there.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really, really great. But yeah, Manhunter is cool. And by the way, that's a great trivia question to ask people who's the first actor to play Hannibal Lecter on screen. It's a really good
Maybe
question.
just keep that one in your pocket. Throw it in the next. Everybody go watch it. Everybody go watch the movie.
Actually, the best way to phrase it, Jeff, is who is the only actor to portray Hannibal Lecter and also shill for McDonald's? I think it's McDonald's, or is it Burger King? Damn it! Which does he do the voiceover work for? Which one is it?
I think it's Burger King.
It's Burger King. Yeah. So who is the only actor to play Hannibal Lecter and also shill for Burger King? Like, what range? What range? And also be absolutely hilarious in Super Troopers at the same time. That guy can do anything.
Yeah. Very talented.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I can't argue with any of that. That's And the music in Last of the Mohicans is incredible.
Love that soundtrack.
Yeah, I play it at the gym sometimes.
Yep.
Wait. Hold on. So Michael Stone says both Top Guns are okay. We're not talking about Tom Cruise movies. We're talking about the director of Collateral. So Tom Cruise's performances in the Top Gun movies are debatable. Sometimes I think he's just reading the script as himself.
But which is why the first one was really good, because we didn't really know, and that's
right. Anyway, okay.
And also played King Agamemnon.
He did.
Yeah,
that dude. He deserves like a lot of discussion. The range, the random parts and bits that he has been in. Yeah. And
then hitting his stride for big stuff, for most scene stuff in his 70s.
Yeah, right. I mean, in Succession, he gets top billing. He was nominated for Best Actor, but he wasn't working that much.
No,
he's not in it. He's not in it very much. Like, it's mostly the kids, and he's in it periodically.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. We're not saying he's the greatest actor of all time. Yes. Hold on. Sorry. Yep. Excellent line from Super Troopers. His best line in that is if I had hold on. Oh, there used to be a time we'd take you outside and beat you with a rubber hose, but now you got your goddamn unions. That's my favorite Brian Cox line. And then the guy he's threatening says, he's like, Cap, you know I'm not a big union guy. It's just, that movie is great. And if you're drunk, it's at borderline perfection. Not that I've ever been inebriated, Jeff, as you well know. Yes, he is Farva. Wait. Ha! Jeff, have you seen Super Troopers?
No.
Can you take a guess? Take a guess at the answer to this question.
What's the name of the goofy place with all that shit all over the
restaurant? Walls? It's a restaurant, like their version of like TGI Fridays.
McDowell's?
No, that's Coming to America.
I know. I don't know.
Shenanigans.
Like Bennigan. Oh, you mean Shenanigans?
Oh,
they did finish filming it. Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Super Troopers 2 was supposed to be terrible, and it was watchable. Yeah. Shenanigans. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see? All right. Yeah, Jeff, we're going to have to watch Super Troopers at some point. Right. All right, so let's get into my ComC box.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right, because we're going to get through this in a couple. We don't have many IG shout-outs. We got some. And Jeff's got to go to bed. And you guys on the East Coast, my goodness. All right. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, the box. If you'll notice, I had to use my keys because I'm not allowed to handle knives, especially when I've been drinking. It's a good rule. It's a good
safety
rule.
First.
Yep. Oh, boy. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. By the way, Jelly was misbehaving today. My wife called her both a demon and a piece of shit. And I'm like, wow.
Well, she must have the cone of shame off if she's causing
now,
that.
yeah. Now, to be fair, my wife said that, and she held up her hands, and she had like 3 Band-Aids on. So I get it. I get it.
And you look none the worse for wear. Thanks, Mookie Chilson, for joining us.
Oh, enjoy. If you're a Dodger fan, any team, there's no better evening than when your team advances and you just watch these guys you love celebrating. It's really fun. It feels good. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me run through these pretty quick. So Jeff and I talk about 2020 Stadium Club Chrome a lot. So one thing I did is just go on ComC and I bought a bunch of refractors.
Oh, yeah.
So here's Devers.
To him.
I can only assume he misplayed this ball, even though it's almost in his glove. I'd say 50-50 that he makes this play.
Yeah.
I think these were like $1, give or take. But
Yeah,
I'll buy them all day.
Multiple.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love the you know I like those.
Timmy's wants to check how Jelly's feeling. I think she's feeling better if she's attacking your wife again.
Jelly is feeling great, Timmy. Thank you very much for asking. She was spayed last Wednesday. We got her a donut. The cone of shame is just really tough for dogs, so we got her a donut instead.
Yeah,
and she wore that for a while. And her first full day out of the donut was yesterday. And she's pretty much right back to being just. But sometimes she's a terror. There's no getting around it. But she's doing great. Thank you for asking. Her hips and legs are doing well. She's going to puppy. She has a puppy play date on Sunday, and also going to puppy training on Sunday. So Sunday's going to be a very busy day for her.
All right. What else did you get in that box?
Maybe, Jeff, we can stop her from picking up pieces of trash and eating them, and sticks and leaves and seeds and other things I have to pull out of her mouth. Okay, let's keep the 2020 Stadium Club Chrome Refractor Club going.
Okay.
This is Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Mookie Betts, Dodgers.
Yeah. This image grew on me a little bit. I was unimpressed at first, but now I think it's cool.
From a distance, it looks like he's holding up his middle finger, which is an extra bonus.
One of the best images in the set. I think this is Cal Ripken waving to the fans after he broke the record. And you can see the whole what I love about the shot, Jeff, is the teammates.
Yep.
Just really, really cool. And again, not particularly expensive. I grabbed a couple of the Acuna refractors.
Yeah.
Throwback jersey. I like this card a lot. Initially, I didn't, Jeff, but I'm liking it more and more. The jersey is what does it for me.
Yeah, great jersey, and as we've seen from this year, his arm is really incredible from out there.
Yes, the throw, the no look essentially throw from the right field corner on a line to third base was incredible. That's probably the highlight of what was a horrific Atlanta Braves season. But yeah, these were pretty cheap. These were like $8, so I grabbed 2 of them. Thought they were cool. The only one of these that I bought that actually cost me a little bit. I think I sold a bunch, on ComC, a lot of $5, $6, $4, $3 cards, but they did slowly amount to one Soto shuffle refractor.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at this. The shine on this.
Huge.
Oh, very, very cool. Oh, it's just, I'm excited to have that. As you know, we try to buy all the autos we can.
Love the shuffle. Man, he was so young then too. Timmy Two Hobbies dog collects small sticks like it's the GD Blair Witch Project.
So our dog has learned you go to the back door when you have to go out, but when you have to go to the bathroom, but she's also learned we'll just open the door for her. So she just goes out and she's looking for, we see like knows anything that might have fallen out of a tree, anything new on the ground. She and I got into it a little bit yesterday. She had something in her mouth and she would not let it go. And I got her mouth open. I'm trying to pull out, and she like bit down really hard on my finger. I actually have a bruise. So we got into it a little bit. Eventually, she did give it up. She was chewing on like a twist tie, but not just like a plastic. It was one of those like a twist tie that came from we're having some work done on our house, and it had like metal wiring in it.
Yeah,
like jelly. You can't swallow this. This is going to hurt you.
No, that's the thing that cuts up intestines.
Yeah. So I gotta like yank this out of her. Oh, it's very frustrating. Because, she doesn't really get it. She's just like, oh, it's on the ground. It's fun. Okay. All right. So what we got left here is some stuff that has a constant theme. So here's a Upper Deck Mark Messier celebrating the Stanley Cup. And this is
in there.
Yes, this is the Electric Ice Parallel.
Oh, so it's the same card. They just tagged it with that electric ice on the bottom.
Yes, they did for baseball as well. There's for 1994. There's the same thing. Yeah, so this is cool. Thank you, Michigan Cards and Graphs. I think told me that card existed. Mm-hmm. Here's a copy of, is this Topps or yeah? Here's the Topps premiere of the Rangers team celebrating 1994. Love it.
Premiere, huh?
I guess O-Pee-Chee premiere.
O-Pee-Chee premiere, but I never remember a Topps premiere set.
If one sells, Jeff, they're going to make the other. All right, I grabbed, of course, these were like 80 cents, so I grabbed a couple of these.
Not quarter of the market on them, I see.
Quarter of the market. This is okay. So this is the parallel of the Messier. This is his Topps premiere parallel. You can see the background has a little shine to it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is called the special effects parallel. But this is basically, yeah. But here's the exact moment that Ranger fans waited. God, I don't know, 38, 40 years. No, more than that. 1918 to 1994, 78 years. Don't make me do math. Very, very cool. So, of course, I got a couple of these. There's 2 Stadium Club first day issues of Messier holding the cup. I cleaned all these out on.
I'm sensing there might need to be a spin-off show here with.
Yeah,
it's not even just blabbing about hockey. It's just blabbing about Messier.
And this is the first card I ever bought on ComC. This is one of the Rink collection of his Pinnacle card. So this has been in my account, Jeff, for over 2 years. I just never brought it home. But yeah, this is the only copy of him holding the cup that I thought existed until Michigan Cards and Graphs was just like, hey, let's spend some money.
There's 1,000 other ones. Check these ones out.
Right. Okay. I got 2 more cards, Jeff, and this is where most of my ComC money went. I hate speckles.
Right.
But when it's a speckle of your favorite player holding up the World Series trophy he won on your favorite team.
Oh, boy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you just get rid of a Freeman Speckle World Series card?
Yeah, the 2025 on the after he hit the home run. There's that stupid. Oh, I hate it. The more I look at it, the more I hate it. We'll get into stuff like that later. But yeah, so this is him as a Brave holding. Yeah. You can even see it. World Series champions on the trophy. I love this card. Just randomly popped up, grabbed it immediately, and once in for a penny, Jeff, in for a pound. That was a gold out of 50. Here's an orange out of 25.
Are you rainbow hunting on this one?
Oh, I just want orange, gold, and red. The green does nothing for me. But anytime I see an orange, a gold, or a red, I will make an effort to grab it. Let me try to pull this out here. So I also want to just quick shout out to Topps for just not giving a shit about centering their cards in 2022.
They didn't care.
They did not care at all. I think this was right around the time they were going through the sale.
Fanatics.
Yeah, getting bought by Fanatics. Yeah. So they were just like, whatever. So yeah, so these two guys came in. I still get chills. Listen, hopefully, Jeff, for you in 2026, you'll get a lot of cards like this with Cheurio and Yelich, and you'll get chills too.
You got to get through this series, man. Yeah, 5-0 according to Forbidden Donut.
All right, well, at least you save your bullpen for Game 5 at this point.
Yep.
You don't have
Save
to
it
use
up.
anyone good.
Come back home.
Yep. But yeah,
Love
this
those.
is just I'm excited.
Those kind of moves seem like what ComC is made for, or at least for
I
guys
sold
like
a
us.
whole bunch of like low numbered or not like like numbered parallels that I pulled in packs, didn't really care about stuff I thought I really wanted. Bunch of Tatis, bunch of Lewis Roberts, some Guerrero and Bichette cards too. I'm sorry to say, but I turned them into stuff I really like. Like
The one downside for ComC is just how long it takes. I've still got cards that we dropped off in.
Oh yeah,
was that August? And they're scheduled to be up on my ComC account January 24th of 2026. So if there's anything you're looking to sell immediately, ComC might not be the place for you.
No.
But if it's something you're not in too much of a hurry for. Great story here from sports guy Corey. He saw Ripken before the season, showed him his 2022 Stadium Club image variation where he's waving in his final game. He took it to try to see which teammates he could spot. That's awesome. Did you get him to sign it, sports guy Corey, then? Or did
I
you
hope so.
give him the card? Let us know the end of the story. That's very cool, though.
When you and I were lucky enough, thanks to Mike Bassick, we were able to meet Patrick Corbin at that Ranger game. I showed him the Stadium Club SP of Soto giving a World Series speech with the trophy. And there's a bunch of teammates behind him. And there's a guy on either side. You could see like a shoulder and an arm. And I asked Patrick Corbin if either of those guys were him. And it was fun to see him like really kind of look. And he said he didn't think so.
Yeah, it's got to be cool for guys to see cards like that from big moments in their careers. I think that's pretty cool.
Andrew, I like you being is that the base or a refractor? Is it a parallel or just the base card?
Might have to go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse places to put some ComC money than that beautiful card.
Michigan Cards and Graphs. Speaking of them, I'm waiting on a couple of cards to send Mike's way through the mail. Nobody better in the hobby, so that's great. We love Mike.
Base card? Hey, still cool. Damn it. Look, I mean, there's two really good home field advantages, right? I mean, Milwaukee's got a good home field, and so do the Cubs. So you didn't think the Cubs were going to lay down. I didn't think the Phillies were going to lay down either.
No, what was disappointing, Chris, was yesterday they allowed 4 runs in the first inning. I kind of was giving Priest a hard time, but he really took responsibility after the fact, said the team played great except for him, which is true, but it's hard to say in the moment. So props to him for saying that. But the fact that they blew so many chances and still came back 4-3, they had so many chances to win that game. That I was worried about today. I thought today would be kind of like it is. So maybe they can ignore all that now, wipe that away, and get back to it. I think it's probably Saturday, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it is Saturday. Yeah.
Game 5.
Tomorrow we got the AL Game 5, Saturday NL Game 5, and then Sunday the LCSs start, or at least one of them starts. I don't know which one. AL probably. Yeah. You would have hoped Freddie Peralta, like that first inning in these games is so important, and it just made a mistake, and Hap hit it
with 2 outs.
Sucks.
Yeah. Once that happens, that's it. End of the story is Ripken glared at me like I was a loser. Just kidding. It was not an appropriate event for him to sign. Totally get it. But next time he does a signing, I'll get it signed. Well, that's cool. That's your memory that you got to meet him.
Yeah. And don't feel bad. I mean, I assume Cal Ripken Jr. looks at most people like they're losers, right? Because, I mean, by the way, he did win. I was going to say, speaking of great players who didn't win a World Series, but he did. He did in his
very early on. 83. Yeah. Won the
Yep.
MVP and the World Series that year.
Yeah. Nice little start to the career.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that 82 Fleer card was up to at least $12 then, Jeff.
No, yeah, where he's just kind of standing there.
Yeah, all off-centered.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the playoffs. Can be stressful when your team's in it. How does it feel watching the playoffs? Before we go, I'd just like to hear your thoughts, Chris. having had a team that's been competitive right in the thick of it the last few years, what is the playoff watching experience like for a baseball fan and card collectors teams not in it right now?
Well, okay. So I generally, very selfishly, I root for players, or I root for teams that have players I have cards of.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, at this point, like when the Braves don't make it, Freddie Freeman is still my favorite baseball player. So I am rooting for him. I want the Dodgers to do well because of him, and I would like him to do well. This series was obviously going to be really tough for him and for Ohtani. Jeff and I, obviously we have some big Ohtani cards. So the better Ohtani does, the better it is for us. But I know Jeff is a Brewers fan.
Get upgraded.
Right. I know Jeff is a Brewers fan, so I am rooting for the Brewers for Jeff. In the American League, I think of all the players, Guerrero might be my favorite player that was in the American League playoffs. So I am rooting for him. I was thrilled to watch him have a great series against the Yankees. That made me happy. I root for fan bases as well. So I know like the Seattle fan base has just been so mistreated by that organization for years and years. And they did, to their credit, make some trades this year to get some offense.
They did.
So I would love to see a Seattle-Toronto LCS is what I was hoping for. Two beleaguered fan bases, Jeff, that are just desperate for a team. Plus, I love Seattle as a city. My wife and I have spent a decent amount of time there. One of my favorite restaurants in the world is there. It's called Radiator Whiskey. If you're ever in Seattle, please check that out. I barely escaped with my life. They have a bourbon tasting menu, Jeff, that just about put me in an early grave.
I can imagine with a name like Radiator Whiskey.
I walked out of there. I couldn't feel my face.
Good job.
I was vertical and moving. Well, not that kind of vertical. That was long gone. But like I was able to sort of feel my way out of that restaurant one way or the other. So that's generally what I'm rooting for. So I want to see Brewers Dodgers. That's what I really want to see, because it's like we have the biggest market in baseball, spending the most money, and on the other side we have a Midwest team that has to be smart, and they were really smart and well run and played baseball in a different way. I want to see those two cultures collide in the LCS and see who comes out on top.
Me too. So by next week, we will find out. Thankfully, unlike last year, I don't have to watch the end of my team's season on Blabbin about Slabbin. But yet maybe it happens.
Yeah,
Andrew, NLCS or World Series, I'll be okay.
Well, you know what? We won't let that happen again. We'll schedule around it. But yeah, Andrew, it is a David and Goliath.
The Brewers are actually the smallest market by size. So
that would be an incredible. The story, the story of it would be awesome.
Yeah, with no players in the top 40 player rankings.
Well, Yelich had a really good season. Fantasy, he had to be a top 50 player, right?
Yeah, right at kind of at that border, but not near the top.
We're both Cheurio fans.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Cheurio fans, though, let's run through some of our Instagram posts or shout outs, and then we'll call it a night. I know we're late on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I did also, I'm curious, that Freeman, so this Freeman that I picked up, actually, no, never mind. We don't have time for it. All right, moving on. Okay, the first IG shout out I wanted to get to is I apologize. It's a bit of a somber note. Jeff will understand, and anyone remotely close to our age will understand. But Mike Greenwell passed away today.
Yeah, I saw
and if
that
you collected cards in the late 1980s, you absolutely, positively had at least 2 copies of this 1987 Topps Mike Greenwell card.
Chris, I was sad to see that today, and it sounded like he had a battle with thyroid cancer, according to his son. But Mike Greenwell specifically was one of my favorite players to collect. This was like right in my heyday, this specific card, his 87 Topps. And I remember going to a card shop with all of my Greenwells, basically at the peak of Greenwell mania, and was able to sell them to the card store. They cleared out my binder pages. I think I ended up selling them about 20 Mike Greenwells, mostly this specific card. And I ended up getting a Cal Ripken rookie with the funds from it. So in the long term, I ended up winning out. But Mike Greenwell, he was following in the footsteps. It went basically Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, and then Mike Greenwell for people in front of the monster out there in Boston, and just beloved figure in Boston. Sad to hear that he passed away, and it just really brings our mortality to light, because we're all we're getting towards that age. He was pretty young.
Oh, Jesus, Jeff, that's yeah. He was. If you're a Red Sox fan, he was. He didn't quite live up to it, but he was great. And yeah, like Jeff said, there were these cards. I'm glad you turned them into a Ripken rookie. Well done.
I did, well yeah. And Pliskin was right there with me. Yeah, the 87 Greenwells. That was peak. I think, did he finish second in the MVP? Was that his high finish? Did he finish second to Canseco, I want to say, in 88 maybe? It was right around that. Sorry, Jim Rice. Yes, I forgot the Jim Rice in that category. It was Williams, Yastrzemski, Rice, then Greenwell was the next player for the Red Sox. And he ended up retiring pretty young. I think he retired in 1996.
Jeff, that's a fantastic memory. In 1988, he did indeed finish second in the MVP voting to Jose Canseco.
Right behind Canseco. Yeah, that was sort of the peak of Greenwell mania. He was young. He was the next big thing in that big market.
Yeah. I've said before, I spent a lot of time over the summer with my grandparents in Massachusetts, in our local card shop in Hyannis on Cape Cod. They had like a shelf in their case devoted to my Greenwell. Even through like the very early 90s, like it was still a lot of my Greenwell stuff. So it was, hell of a mustache on his Topps card here.
Yeah, look at that.
But anyway, so this came from Junk Wax Quality Control. A great post here about Greenwell's passing and his career and some of his cards. So give that a look, and think about Mike Greenwell and his family tonight if you get a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, on to some slightly. Well, let's just move on. KC Cards IG shared a very impressive run of Aaron Judge gold minteds.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, just the quality of images that Topps has given them. We give a lot of crap to them for their choice of rookie card image, of course. But man, the fist to the camera, standing for the anthem, the back of the jersey with the lights in the background, just so many cool shots. Walking out Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, they've treated him. They've treated him really, really well. That 2019 low looks like on deck circle, fantastic card. Yeah, and the Field of Dreams at a 2020.
Field of Dreams, right?
2022, I think. Very, very cool. Yeah, so congrats to KC Cards IG. This is a really cool run to finish. I tell you, Aaron Judge has been around for a long time, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's not. I mean, he's been.
This puts it in perspective a little more.
But what's also interesting is he doesn't have a ton of autographs. Like you can't find on-card autos of all of these cards like easily. Like Mike Trout, I think if you search Stadium Club auto, you'll find most years.
Yeah, he's the anti-Freeman and Trout, right?
Yeah, but these cards, the rookie, there's a decent number always available. But outside of that, there's a lot of sticker autos for the Chromes, but he doesn't sign a ton in Stadium Club, which makes a lot of these cards very tough to track down. The fist bump one, for example, there are currently, if I could be wrong here, I frequently am. There's like 2 of the box topper autos sitting on eBay. And I think only one non-box topper auto on eBay, which is crazy because the box topper is numbered to like 5 or 10. But these are hard cards to find autographed. If you get a chance at one, I wouldn't steer you away from it.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at all those together, congrats on, as you said, on that, putting that set together. And it just, man, the stuff Judge has done, especially overcoming those early career injuries, of which there were many, it's really pretty impressive. Yeah,
the fist bump is cool. He and Freeman, like that 2020, like, so the Topps used the same image in Stadium Club Chrome in the standalone set as well as the insert because there weren't autos in. He didn't have on-card Chrome autos there. But what am I trying to get? Yeah, I wish he and Freeman had better shots in the Stadium Club Chrome standalone set, Jeff. Like a nice horizontal, like the Harper and the Ohtani and the Jordan and the Bichette, even with an auto. Man, would have been amazing. But yeah, that fist bump card is real tough to find with on-card autos. You might just be looking at rainbow foils as your only option. But yeah, he's got some beautiful Stadium Club cards. A lot of words for a very large man. Okay.
Indeed.
All right. Next one. This one comes from Pockets Full of Posy, which is a reference to the plague and the I hit the wrong thing. Dang it. Here I am trying to be clever.
The plague and the 3-time World Series champion.
There you go. All right, here it is. So this is a Willie Mays card. And this comes out of 2003 Finest. It's called Finest Moments. And they really went back to come up with some really great moments. So this is Willie Mays making what baseball fans call the catch with an autograph.
Nice crisp auto on that on the side. It's interesting how they framed it. They didn't take away from the photo at all. They kept the photo front and center and had him sign on the side. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun to see that.
Yeah, SFO Sox fan in the comments there pointed out that it brings there are 24 graded copies of this card.
Perfect.
And as Mays is numbered to 24, it should stop right there. But yeah, this is really, really cool. I noticed down here on the bottom left, you actually has the date, September 29th, 1954. Yeah, this is it. This is, it's crazy to think. We talk about moments for current players. And this is Mays's. Willie Mays has a defining moment. And I'm sure his hobby would have been crazy regardless, but doesn't have any offensive defining moments. Like there isn't like that big home run Willie Mays hit in the World Series, but there's this.
Career home runs. Plus played in several postseason games, but you're right. This is his moment.
This is his
now
moment.
Here, 70 some years later, we still remember it.
Yeah, we still remember. Yeah. And there's still you still see the highlights of it. The grainy footage of it.
Yeah, that must have been fun to sign as Willie Mays 50 years after it happened to have a company come to you and say, we need you to sign a bunch of these cards of just maybe the defining moment of your. He
probably was happy at goosebumps. I bet he had tears in his eyes for some of these signatures. Like, yeah, they won that World Series. So I mean, that's how moments linger on.
Exactly. Right.
Of course, Michigan Cards and Graphs dropping some trivia knowledge on us. Vic Wirtz is the guy that hit the ball. I was actually going to say, does anyone remember who hit it or know who hit it? I did not. Of course, Michigan Cards and Graphs.
Now that you say it, I have heard his name be associated with it, kind of like Mike Bassix with Barry Bonds. Vic Wirtz is forever linked to Willie Mays in that way.
But this card is awesome. Jeff and I have looked at. He's got. I want to say it's in 59 tops. He's got that card of the catch with the 3 panels, and there are some, I think, 20 some odd copies of that are signed and authenticated out there. But if you can't afford one of those, maybe this one is a little bit cheaper. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing this one's a little bit cheaper. But it's incredible. And I'm not saying it's not great. When I say cheaper, Jeff, it's still a very expensive baseball
still
card.
Going to set you back.
Yeah. So Pockets Full of Posy, congrats. This card is awesome. This is probably the one I looked at the longest on Instagram this week. Okay. All right. Next up, we got our good buddy Ben from Ben or 14 Sports Cards posts, a 2025 free Topps Finest Freddie Freeman Gold Refractor. They used those stupid tiers this year, Jeff, so I couldn't tell you if this.
Yeah, I couldn't follow those.
Don't care. And I think Ben feels very similarly. He wasn't a huge fan of those tiers, but he did need the card because if we advance here, we see that Ben or 14 has completed the run of Topps Finest Freddie Freeman Gold Refractors.
From the very first one. Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats on completing that.
Yeah, these are great.
He's almost got to grade just those 3 with PSA, no matter what.
For the OCD of it. I also tried to point out to him that some of these years there are gold refractor autos, but I think he blocked me on Instagram when I started.
I don't have to spend more money on those.
Yeah, he didn't want to have that conversation, but this is cool. We love seeing player runs like this. This is really good collecting dedication. So congrats, Ben, on keeping this one going.
Great shot of all of them in one spot.
Yeah. Most of these images are pretty cool. I don't know what this one is here. The second one in from the right on the bottom. It looks like he's jumping over something. It's kind of a weird shot.
Yeah.
His uniform is too clean.
Very clean and white.
Very, very clean and white. All right, this is a random type of post, but as kids of the 80s, like Jeff and I are, stuff like this is really interesting. This comes from Rated Rookie Cards.
Look at the centering on that. Look at the non-diamond.
That's what stopped me dead. The left to right centering on this 84 Fleer Roger Clemens is unbelievably perfect. I got a tape measure out. It's
some kind of illusion to have nice centering on one of these.
It's perfect. Incredible card. That 84 Fleer update set. I mean, imagine today if just a random update set came out and it had like the 3 biggest rookie stars in baseball in it. You had no other way to get their cards.
Yeah, and there were like 100 sets nationwide. You just had to try to luck into seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, crazy. I don't know. I think maybe they were printed to order. I'm not sure. And I'm sure the print run, by the way, is far greater than what we would today consider super rare. But back then, you never saw these sets. I never saw this card.
Pre-internet.
Yeah. That card shop I mentioned, he said he had one, but he wasn't even going to get it out of wherever it was unless I was a serious buyer. And I was very clearly not a serious buyer.
No, and it was probably through like 3 inches of plastic on each side.
Oh, for sure.
Screwed down. Yeah. Multiple screws.
Yeah, Timmy Bobby's, you're right. Rated rookie cards does have great tasting cards. This is just really cool. When you see these older cards well centered, like an 84 Donruss Mattingly, you have to just take a minute to appreciate how rare that is.
Yeah, they just stand out.
Or any 2022 Topps card, you never see them. You never see them centered. Okay, we have one more Instagram post we want to get to, but we want to. Let's debut the jingle. Play the jingle.
All right, here we go.
Blabbin about slapping Instagram poster though.
There it is.
Good luck getting that out of your heads. One way or the other. This is our Blabbin about slapping Instagram post of the week. It comes from our good buddy Matty H. Cards. I was lucky enough to spend some time with at the National this year, and hopefully Jeff will next year. And he's got some incredible Cheurio cards, Jeff. You want to? I'll scroll through it. You take us through it.
Look at that. This is one of my favorite rookie images that Cheurio has, of course, from Stadium Club. And it's. Do you want to? Let me see what he describes, because he's very specific about how he wants to collect Cheurio. And this is a hard thing now because there's so many cards of these new players being made, so many sets. How do you know what to go after? How do you sort of synthesize and make it great? And he's done a pretty good job with hunting these big Cheurios down. So he starts with the Stadium Club. It's a foil. You can see the rainbow foils. These are still out of 25, I believe.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So that's how he starts with it. Then he goes with the classic black parallel. And we've talked about these beavers on here.
Oh, yeah. No. Yep. I think the grades just don't matter. This card is awesome. And I love how dirty the uniform is.
Great shot. Great shot.
Classic
home
Cheurio.
Uniform, watching a home run go. So yeah, there's this Topps black. Throws in a little Memorial Day camo in here. Another very low numbered out of 25. Same shot. Love the camo.
Yeah, nice. These low numbered Topps cards or flagship cards are awesome.
This might be one of my favorites. I mean, I love the black parallel, of course, but Topps in 2024 went back to making a little bit more of a statement with their Independence Day parallels, including this one. Love to see the flag in the background. And this one is a 10, which just is
absolutely incredible. That's got to be like, it can't be more than a pop 2 or something. I'll ask him, but I should have asked him before tonight. But yeah. Incredible to see this in a 10. Okay.
And here we get the Golden Mirror, the Gatorade bath, and his Brew Crew jersey, the Friday night jerseys they wear. Love this card. This is my favorite Cheurio card, so I was glad to see that it made his list of collectible Cheurio cards.
Yeah, and for these 2024s with the black calf border and the all gold backs, and the 8 of the new 10s.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Now, is this a stained glass?
I believe
Chris?
so. It's got to be a stained glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Alan Ginter's a little out of my purview, but I see the background behind Cheurio makes it look like a stained glass, and I know these were really rare, so it's fun to see this. I see he's got it in a perfectly sized one touch with his own named sticker over it. So it looks great presented this way.
Going through these, Jeff, we need to get some Blabbin about slabbing stickers, I think.
I think so too. Yeah, between this and Papa's that we've seen tonight, they're pretty great.
They look good.
So here we got his gold refractor from Topps Chrome. You have to have the Topps Chrome if you're going for all of Cheurio's cards, and what better card out of Topps Chrome than the gold?
Yeah, well, maybe the red that you have, but we have to remind people that Jackson Cheurio has a Topps Chrome card and a Topps Chrome update base card. So there are 100 Jackson Cheurio gold refractor rookies and 50 reds, or I'm sorry, 10 reds, etc. But like 50 oranges. But this is the first one. This is the image that comes out of base Chrome. And I think this, if you're going for Topps Chrome, I think this is the one that you want.
Right, and we've talked at length about how many gold parallels these rookies have.
Yep.
So many between all the sets. So you want the gold. You want the gold. The first gold refractor is going to be the one that probably is going to hold.
Yeah, I mean, the concern, or actually what's interesting is, so his Topps Chrome update will have the same image as his flagship update. So there will be people that prefer that one. We kind of see that with Arenado in 2013. But he just has so many Topps Chrome. He's got to have the two golds, and then he has an image variation in both. So he'll have gold speckles in Topps Chrome and gold speckles in Topps Chrome update, etc., etc.
Gold waves. Yeah.
Yep. No lack of Jackson Cheurio golds, but I Jeff and I agree. This is the first one, and this is the one that we like best, and I think this is hopefully be his best one.
Yeah, and I agree with all Ellis. The gold matches well with the Brewers uniform.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Let me pull that back. Yeah, with the name there. Oh, it's a lot of gold.
Yeah, and he wears the yellow gold sleeves. All right, so then we've got his Heritage, which is one of my favorite cards of him too. It's just a simple image. It kind of looks like he's got a neck tattoo where he signed has his facsimile signature, but I love to see it in this black chrome border. Great card.
Yeah, two thoughts on this. A, is that the facsimile auto, is it just like preordained where it goes on every card? It's in the exact same spot, because lower it on his jersey.
It on his jersey. Why does it have to be in that spot?
It does look like a neck tattoo. It's not a great look. And secondly, what was the year? Anyone in here is a Heritage collector, or if you're watching this on replay, let us know the exact year PSA stopped saying Chrome Black Refractor and changed it to Chrome Black Border. And why are they changing things?
Yeah, it's confusing because Heritage now has the paper black borders that are unnumbered. So now when you see black border, you think, oh, it must be the paper unnumbered. Well, no, this one also says Chrome, so it's very confusing.
And this clearly refracts. Come on, guys. Come on, PSA. Yeah. This is a refractor. Get it together. All right, last card.
Not tonight, sports guy Corey. This will happen soon though. We need another whiteboard episode. Yes. So hidden gems. This is an idea that Topps came up with in 2023, or was 2024 the first year?
I'm honestly not.
Where they would put cards throughout their product run. Put these hidden gems throughout their product run. So they're very difficult to find. I've never seen Cheurio hidden gem in person, in fact. So this was really cool to see. Love the gold around the border. It goes well with his other gold cards. So cool pickup.
Yeah, this is cool. And I am glad that they kept the RC logo on here. Put it right in his hands where we can see it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I bet this shines up real well in person.
Yeah, because they're not refractors, but they're kind of like a foil. I believe they're a foil type surface.
Yeah, this only almost looks like a mini diamond type.
Yeah, well, I have to see one in person sometime. These hidden gems are cool.
But yeah, I think it's very cool to see what another collector kind of identifies as his go-to rookie cards for a big player. And Matty H, I don't have a lot of notes here. I'm glad you got the gold mirror in there, and the Topps black and the Topps chrome gold. Those are all the ones I would have recommended. So
for players who are debuting 2024 and beyond, there's so many to sift through, even before that, but especially at 2024 and beyond. So that's a nice little primer on which cards seem to be the cards.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Eric, thank you for joining us here. It is a late night. Yeah, we'll see about next week. Maybe we can start a little bit earlier. But yeah, I am. We're at the 2 hour mark. I'm hungry. It's got to be. Jeff. I think it's. Wait. I'm not good at time.
By my calculations, it's midnight for our Eastern friends.
Yeah, midnight for our Eastern friends. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. A late night blab here.
Absolutely. Thanks again for joining us. Thank you to everybody who's used our eBay link. It's down in the description. If you're buying anything through eBay, please click on that link, and they give us a couple cents off what you purchase. So please do that. Thanks to everybody who's been watching the channel and supporting the channel, and also supporting Spitballin' Cards, which is the other channel that Chris and I do with our friends Filmington, Teapot, and Scotty B. So please check that out.
Yep. We got a good Patreon over there with some good. We have a Discord coming, but the Patreon, we do have some good interactions in there. A great place to talk about cards.
Yep. Absolutely. So thanks again for joining us. Give your pets and parents, give your parents a call and pets a hug, or vice versa. And we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed for my Brewers. I hope they're still in the playoffs when next we meet, Chris.
Yeah, don't let your pets or parents chew on zip ties, guys. Like that's not. By the way, I also want to mention things we've pulled out of my dog's mouth while Jeff gets the music ready. A wine cork that was in the street.
Hey.
Not great. Multiple bottle caps, one of which we walked by on the road. We walked by a fully cooked cocktail weenie that was on the side of the sidewalk. My dog, Jelly did not put her head down. We just kept walking. Then she scooped up something and was chewing on it. It was a bottle cap. So not only is she grabbing things off the ground, Jeff, she's doing it with poor taste.
Well, and especially as Halloween is coming, we notice more stuff's going to be on the ground. So
yeah. But the number one worst thing we pulled out of her mouth so far was about a 1-inch piece of rebar that had been soldered off that our construction guys left around. She came in like
I'm glad it wasn't your wife's fingers. I thought you were
like, what are you doing? Like, what about that was tasting good?
Pets. What are you going to do? All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week.